I'm Martin Green, and you're listening to The Portal. If I were you, I'd stick some headphones on at this point because, as ever, it's all about the lugs. Episode 4, Etteridge Listens. The first pill I ever took wasn't a pill. 1999. Terrible night in Brixton, pinned to a chair in the flat of a stranger, Tekken 3 blurring before my seasick eyes. And the second one took me to the multicoloured University of Love. A pulse is a single disturbance moving through a medium from one location to another location. A repeating disturbance moving within the wave that endures over a prolonged period of time.
There is an undeniable vibration in this room, and that is only physics, and we are only chemistry. We are only the things that we are made up of, and the space that we are.
Pulse in my wave was a bring and buy sale of endless Saturdays and the endless Wednesdays that followed them. But the Wednesdays were fine, because for the first time I felt like I'd found a herd. Things changed though, desires changed, and the Saturdays got fewer and the Wednesdays seemed to last for 2 days. The law of diminishing returns and the tup are great friends, I think.
So allow yourself to move because it's absolutely fine. We are here and we can create euphoria.
If I'd never seen the photo in that book, I would have left this. And if Angela hadn't sent me the box of tapes, I would have left this. But given that those things did happen, the waves changed shape, and so whatever happened that May Day, 1988, at 5:30 in the morning, some part of that stayed with me. I asked my dad about it while we were making this show, and he said that Morris team didn't even have a tup. This is a search, then, based on the vastly unreliable document of my slightly squished mind. And I'm doing my best to apply some of the rigour of the obsessive Etteridge. It's a strange part of this story that whilst Angela was definitely the cause of the disturbance in Etteridge's wave and his battle against the tup, Etteridge was equally the disturbance that changed Angela's fortunes. It was Etteridge's money that allowed her to leave in the first place.
Where will you go? Anywhere. London. Wherever you live. I'll work it out. Your cousin Freddie.
It's 1942. Angela was 15 years old, and she'd been to Edinburgh once and Glasgow twice when she got on the train to London.
Peter, hello. After you.
Etteridge is about to find his rainbow, and the quality of his note-keeping is such that we can almost see him change. When I was kindly granted access to his notes to do this project, two things struck me. Firstly, how beautiful his handwriting was. Honestly, I wish you could see it. It's joyous, it's stylish, but it's clear. Secondly, just how many notes that man made. I've spent months in these books, and after a while, like the guy in The Matrix who can look at the code and see moving images, I could tell his mood. Slightly harder, forced pen strokes, frustrated. Regular notes of nothing of merit. And then sometimes faster, more excitable. This is unusual, and you feel him off on some flight.
Come on, it'll be your one wild act of the year.
And sometimes there's just nothing in his notebooks. I feel his darkness on those days. At the back of one book he had just written the word no, maybe 700 times, over and over on the same line.
Are you Freddie?
Yeah?
Angela. I'm your cousin, Angela.
Gosh, yeah, wee Angie. Come in, hey, come in. Jill, stick the kettle on.
My ma said to look you up.
Of course, of course. We're family, eh? Gotta look out for our own folk, eh? You can stay here, pet. Of course you can.
There we are, Peter.
Etteridge and Angela left Glasgow exactly 24 hours apart from each other. in almost exactly opposite states of mind. Her ready to start a new life, excited by all the possibilities. And he feeling, for the first time perhaps, that he wasn't the academic he hoped to be.
Damn. Gone out. Have you a match? I think I might call it a day on this game. All the time I was doing service, I was dreaming of leaving the army, of getting back and continuing my research, and now I'm here. I'm not sure. Another pint.
I can't. Yes, tutorial in 10 minutes.
I shouldn't. Wouldn't do to get into the habit.
I need to find a job.
Of course you do, but I can help there.
Can you get me a job? Where do you work?
I work for no man hen. I work for me.
An entrepreneur, Radie, aye. What you in, moving petrol, ration books?
Feckin' family spirit, I see, hen. No so wet behind the lugs, eh? Folks are needing stuff. A lot of that stuff folk can't buy in the shops. You'll have been up all night on the train, no doubt. Away you go. Lassies need their beauty sleep.
Happy with the new cataloguing system. I learned a great deal about alphanumeric coding while I was away. Go on, grab any tape and read the 27-digit code to me, and I shall tell you time, genre, and OS coordinates.
Etteridge, so particular as a cataloguer, had failed to label the recording that would change his life the most.
You need to lie down, Petal. Use my bed. There you go, sweetheart.
You're staring, child. That's rude.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Where you from?
Straven,
Where in the hell's name is that?
Scotland. Where are you from?
Where do you think?
London.
Big place, is it, Straven?
It's a big world, girl. I'm from Jamaica.
In the Caribbean?
Only one I know of. Now be quiet. I was up till 5.
Etteridge sat at his desk and put Angela's recording in the machine for the first time. And just like me, in the only club in Saffron Walden in 1999, he was about to blow a tiny bit of his own mind into a million shards of rainbow. As I mentioned before, that wiretape still exists. I've seen it. But it's blank. I don't think we're ever going to hear what was on that tape. There are also over 200 other copies. I've listened to them all. They're all blank. I don't know if Etteridge wiped them, I don't know if Angela wiped them. But I don't think we're ever going to hear it.
A sound was made, vibrated a diaphragm, interrupted a flow of electrical current, and using science we can capture that like a fluctuation. Record that fluctuation in current, keep it on a wire tape, and recreate it through a machine to another diaphragm, a speaker, interrupt the oxygen and nitrogen in wonderful invisible waves, and like ripples on a pond, eventually into a final diaphragm, a human ear. No, it's a shoebox. Yes. The point is, Peter, we can contain emotion on these recordings. Tell me that is not magic.
Was she pretty?
I genuinely don't know. I barely remember her. She arrived as I was leaving.
I don't know where I'm going.
What did Freddie say?
I'm to take this package of ham to the Red Lion, Denmark Street. Back door, he said.
Have you looked in the package?
No.
Always look in the package, love, always. Could be anything in there. If you get caught, you need to know what you're carrying, because you can be bloody sure Freddie's not going to bail you out.
Do you deliver things for him too?
No, pet. Me and the girls work in the other room.
The other room? In Freddie's room?
Well, it's only Freddie's room when he's in it. With men, pet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what happened there?
You ain't had bombs in Scotland.
Etteridge never uses the word tup in his journals, but we see better and an answer. His ink changes from black to blue. And I really believe, for some short time at least, he had found a way to banish his beast. In the weeks that followed their journeys down from Scotland, Etteridge's journal entries start later and later. I imagine him listening late into the night in a little whiskey bottle. And Angela must have got more and more confident finding her feet in London.
Oofed. I am beat. Been all the way down to Croydon, then all the way back up to Finsbury Park. You got a fag, Mary?
You're too young for smoke. What would your mother say? Here.
Thanks. Where's Fred? Better give him his cash.
In the bloody only real bed in this flat with Lady Liverpool.
How'd you get on, hen?
Yeah.
You've been doing good, Angie. Tonight's different, okay? No buses. You get a cab straight there. Straight there. You didn't stop for none, clear?
Freddie, are you going to pay me for the work?
Pay you, hen? Pay you? The work you do for me, well, that just covers the board and lodging. If you want extra, you need to do extra. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Kinda.
Well, if you want to be extra, like the girls, then you get something to keep, like they do.
Well, I don't want to do that.
That's your choice. Better get moving, hen. Don't want to be late with the delivery, do you?
No, you couldn't, mate. No, you couldn't.
You fucking could.
You'd be fucking blue in the face.
You fucking... Hey, well...
Go for your mommy. Go for your mommy.
Hey, why so fast, hen? Come and say hello. Eh? This here's Jim, hen. A government boy like me.
Right.
We were at school together. Just back for the fighting for his country. A fucking hero.
Hello, sweetheart. Well, you definitely brighten the place up a bit.
And a dazzler in his uniform, eh, Angie? Eh? Dazzler. Come on, eh? Here. You should show a hero some gratitude, eh? Here, we'll call that a present, Jim, on the house.
I know.
I'll give you something for it, and you can keep the cash from tonight.
No way. No, I'm not doing that.
Baby, man, it's no bother. Let's just have a drink. You're a fucking hero, Jim, fighting for your country.
Teddy!
And this little war will do as I say.
It might be the blackout that saved her. Angela finds herself utterly alone in the pitch dark in the middle of London. Thanks to everyone who's been sharing this, and like always I'll say, if you'd like to support the project, the single most helpful thing is to encourage a friend to listen to it. You can also purchase the music album from my website or from Bandcamp. The Portal was directed by Wils Wilson, with dramaturgy by David Greig. Etteridge was played by Dylan Reid, Angela by Anna Russell Martin, Heather by Jessica Hardwick, Peter, Freddie and Angela's dad by Adam McNamara, Angela's mum by Alison Peebles, Jill by Nadia Albina, Mary by Amanda Wilkin, and MG by Martin Green. Recorded by Louis Blatherwick, thanks to Eloise Whitmore for help with sound design, mixed by Calum Malcolm with Cameron Malcolm, music and script by Martin Green, featuring the floor-filling talents of James Holden. Go and buy everything you can from Border Community, especially the Animal Spirits album. There's a portal for you right there. The song is the voice of Radie Peat from Irish trad provocateurs Lancome. Small Pipes in C by Brìghde Campbell. Executive producer and script editor was Polly Thomas. Produced by Martin Atkinson for Leapers Productions. The Portal was commissioned and presented with Oxford Contemporary Music, Edinburgh International Festival, South Bank Centre, National Theatre of Scotland, Shetland Arts, the North Wall, Bristol Music Trust, the soon-to-be renamed Colston Hall, Mac Arts, Gala Shields, and was funded by Creative Scotland. Produced by Leapers and Naked Productions.